If you've been scrolling through endless projector listings, watching YouTube unbox videos, and still can't decide if you should spend your movie night budget on a big screen TV or actually bring a cinema into your living room, this review is here to clear that up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been looking at a handful of 4K home theater projectors for the past month, reading forums, and talking to a few folks who already own one. So today I'm focusing on the BenQ W4100i and how it really fits into everyday life, not just the glossy specs you see on the box. First off, the biggest hesitation most of us have with a projector is the whole setup nightmare myth. Traditional projectors can be temperamental. You need a dark room, a perfectly flat wall, a ceiling mount that can handle the weight, and then you're stuck with a picture that looks faint after a few hours. The W4100i tries to squash those worries with a few built-in conveniences. It's a true 4K UHD projector, meaning the native resolution is actually 3840x2160, not the 1080p upscaled you'll find in many claimed models. That matters when you're pulling up a Blu-ray or streaming a native 4K title. Each pixel lands where it belongs, so you see crisp edges on the tiny text in a documentary or the fine details in a nature show. But resolution isn't the whole picture. BenQ's cinematic color technology is their branding for a wide color gamut and LED light source that stays vibrant over time. In practical terms, what that looks like for you is richer reds in a sports broadcast and more accurate skin tones in a drama. I tested a few streaming services on my smart TV and then on the W4100i with the same source. The colors felt more alive on the screen, especially when you dim the lights just a notch. For a home theater that will double as a game streaming rig or a family photo slideshow, that consistency is a real plus. Now let's talk about the 3200 lumens rating. In the projector world, lumens are the shorthand for how bright the image will be in an ambient environment. A lot of reviewers claim 3000 plus lumens mean you can use the projector in daylight, but the truth is a little more nuanced. The W4100i's LED lamp puts out a bright image that can handle a lit living room, but you'll still get the best contrast if you can control at least some of the ambient light. Think blackout curtains or a dimly lit basement. If you plan to mount the unit in a dedicated home theater that you can darken completely, you'll see deep blacks and vibrant colors. If your only option is a bright family room with windows, you'll still get a decent picture, but it won't have the punch of a true cinema setting. Installation flexibility is another area where the W4100i shines. BenQ designed this projector with a short throw lens, meaning you can get a 100-inch image from about 8 feet away. That's useful if you don't have a huge space. Many apartments can accommodate a 100-inch screen without rearranging furniture. The unit also offers lens shift and keystone correction, so you don't have to mount it dead center to the screen. I placed it on a sturdy bookshelf a few inches off the floor, and after a quick adjustment, the image was square and the corners lined up perfectly. The only downside? The lens shift is limited to vertical movement. You can't shift horizontally, so you still need to be mindful of where the projector sits relative to the screen's center line. The built-in Android TV platform is more than a marketing gimmick. In practice, it turns the projector into a standalone streaming hub. You can install Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, and even games from the Google Play Store without a separate media player. The remote feels a little dated, but the on-screen navigation is responsive, and voice control works if you have a compatible smart assistant. This reduces cable clutter and means you can keep the projector in a closet or cabinet and just pull the remote when you're ready to watch. One practical strength that isn't always highlighted is the size of the projector itself. At roughly the same footprint as a large laptop, it's easy to move from room to room or even take on the road for a backyard movie night. The compact form factor also means you won't need a dedicated projector cabinet, just a decent shelf and a throw distance, and you're set. The trade-off here is heat. LED lamps run cooler than traditional bulbs, but because the unit is small, it does get warm to the touch after an hour of continuous use. Just make sure it has at least a few inches of clearance on all sides for airflow. Who should buy this? If you're a movie enthusiast who already has a decent sound system, or is planning to add one, and wants a true 4K image without breaking the bank on a massive projector, the W4100i is a solid middle ground. It's